Friday, June 14th, and Evgeny is here having conversation with me. I'm Evdraznet, and I'm super happy to have my friend Evgeny today with me. We have an interesting topic. I will shortly give you some introduction from my side, why we are here. I was happily introduced with Evgeny like 2 years ago, or maybe even
Probably
longer
two
time
years, yeah.
ago. Yeah, by our mutual friend Kate, and it took some while we get more acquainted with each other and trusted each other, so to start partnership. But now we have become also like friends. We exchange our pictures by kayaking or running, but on the daily basis we meet on LinkedIn. I'm super happy to have Evgeny today with me, and I give short how to say, not short, but I give you the word, and give us your story, why you are doing what you're doing, and why you are on LinkedIn as well, maybe.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So I've been on LinkedIn for a long time, but I didn't actually use LinkedIn probably till about 4 years ago when me and Dimitri started the podcast. We realized that our main audience is on LinkedIn, is people are in cyber and technology. So we opened our page for the podcast. We invited people. We started to post content. We realized we need to grow people that following us, but we didn't want just people to follow us. We want people that care about what we're posting is following us. And we were trying to understand the LinkedIn algorithm. I don't think anybody understands it. It's always changing. But I realized that I'm enjoying being on LinkedIn. There's a lot of business content. There's a lot of interesting stories. I like to read what people posting. Honestly, if it's less than one page, completely. Honestly, if it's more than a page and a half, it's gonna probably go to do, and I'm never gonna listen to it or read it, but maybe. And I also like to enjoy reading people comments on other posts because in many cases people post information and then somebody can correct them or add and enhance what's there. And in a way, it's also a big fear when I post information. I'm afraid that what if I'm wrong? What if I'm not saying something correctly? And what I learned for the last 4 years that it's totally okay because in majority of the cases, people are very polite, people are very respectful, and they will just tell you, hey, yes, you're right here, but you're actually wrong here. So there is a way to learn from being there, and it's actually very rewarding to be active and post because you're learning, you're being active, you're building friendships. As weird as it is, during COVID, I built a lot of friendships with people that I never saw in my life. And a month ago, I was at a conference in San Francisco called RSA Conference, where it was very interesting for me because for many of us as well, this was the first time we saw a person face to face, even so we knew them for like last 3 years or 2 years. So probably met face to face for at least 60 people that I've been chatting on LinkedIn. And in some case, we have a regular cadence as well. So yes, for me, LinkedIn is a place where I spend a lot of time, and every day I'm on LinkedIn in one way or another, posting, communicating, commenting as well. And I met you, and I'm bubbling right now. I'm talking about myself, and we'll quickly,
It's
quickly
okay.
switch from talking together, not just me.
No,
I
it's okay.
met you to understand about the profile. So there was many changes I made to my profile and learned, and I'm happy to tell everyone else what I learned as well.
Yeah, but just short insert, how do you feel how LinkedIn complements the real-time experiences with people? How does it help? What is this, what's the function of LinkedIn, how it can help us?
So it's a enabler tool. I don't want LinkedIn to replace my face-to-face meeting with someone. Funny enough, you and me never met physically,
Mm,
for example, but we communicate on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, and other media as
yeah.
well. So it's in a way for us to connect, and we have the idea that eventually we'll meet face-to-face as well. And it's also a way to keep in touch later on. Some people I switch to other ways of communication. This could be Signal, WhatsApp, or something else. or emails. But then many people like communicate on LinkedIn and it's totally fine. It's totally easy as well. So it's a way to keep tab, again, not like Facebook on what you did last summer, more
Yeah.
about your business activity.
But tell me, when you meet those people, right, in real time, in conferences, events, and podcasts, and many places where you go, why do you think it's important to create your profile and to look after it? Because it's our today's subject. Why do you suggest that it's really relevant to think about your profile?
The first thing that comes to mind is like online dating. You don't want to meet someone in real life and understand they look completely different and what they represent is completely different. So I'm trying to build my profile as it Evgeny, as authentic it can be. People that know me know I'm a bit silly. I'm not always serious. I'm very, very involved and I like to work hard, but at the same time, I like to have fun as well. So I'm
Let's go.
a bit of a bit of a you know humor in my post. There's always some kind of fun parts in my post. I like to connect many times what I'm doing in my personal life to my work life, but not in a way like, hey, look what I did. What I did yesterday is more about using the pictures from my work to actually my life to figure out to show people what I'm doing. I play
Yeah.
with my banners a lot, so I change my banners quite a lot, but depending on what
Whoa!
we're
Look
doing.
at us.
Yeah, it's going live right now. So there is changes on my profile. Actually, I need to update my bio on my profile as well. I have a new one. We did it for the last several weeks with a lady named Deborah, and we're going to be going live as well. There's always favorite stories or favorite posts that I change as well every couple of months. So there's always changing happening there.
So let's try to figure out the best possible outlook. Yeah, but I was really surprised to see my picture on your banner today, and then I was thinking, is it my profile or is it whose profile is it? And it's Evgeny, you use the same banner. I was really happy.
And this is actually interesting part that
Yeah,
many people don't even put a banner. They have a very generic banner from LinkedIn. So
yeah,
first thing that we all like the idea of branding, I believe so. If you work for a company, I think it's a good idea to have a company banner. Same idea if you probably show up in a t-shirt or something to represent the company you're working for. I am not working for a
yeah,
company. I'm working for myself, so I can do the hell I want. This is why I change it all the time,
yeah.
and majority of my banners will reflect the event we're doing soon. And if there is no event, I'm going to revert back to the Security Architecture podcast in many cases, because this is one of the main brands I represent together. And some of us has many different profiles, and you may be not many different profiles, sorry, many different sections of the profile. And I think it's also important to explain
Yeah.
what you do. So you're showing right now about who is Evgeny. This is very, very important in my mind to explain who you are.
But yeah, Evgeny, but let's make one leap before people even go to your profile. For example, imagine they have found your name on the list of the event visitors, or they have found your name within reactions or within comments section of some post, and they just have this opportunity now to decide go and see his picture, like his profile. I think this part is also interesting, how we can invite people, what is the first message they see next to our names, why they should even care to go
This,
to our
yes,
profile.
this is definitely very, very important because this is the first thing people see. And in my mind, this is what you want to put. How do you want to be represented? Some people say where they work. So basically, their role. Some people say what represents them. In my case, I'm trying to put what's represent Evgeny. And there's also a bit of
Yeah,
humor in the end as well. Why? Because it's part of me. And it's a reverse joke on the award part. Some people say their titles, they're doctors, their certification. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. Mm, I think there is a better way to do it from the idea, what do you want people to understand and represent? So this is,
True.
think about it, what people going to take from this.
But also, Evgeny, not only from this first impression aspect, but also from the SEO, like to be found by those who are looking for you, for this service, for this product, for the solution you provide. It's also important to have those keywords and have this description that is really indexed for the search results, and you can be found.
Hmm? Yes, yes, there's other stuff there. You're absolutely right. The up part of your profile is the, I don't know if you want to open the profile and show it or what's the best way to do it, but yes, there is a part here that basically showing how people can find you or what are you talking about as well.
Yeah, but I think it's also when we talk about LinkedIn profile, it's also about respect for our target audience. When they come to your profile, do you want them to start guessing, or you really want to help them to understand that this is the place they wanted to land, and this is the person they wanted to meet, and here you are, and this is where you can start, to help each other.
True, true.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and I think it's fun that you add this personal element of your things that matter for you, the things that are your values. I see quite often you are somewhere off road with kayaks, with bicycles, or hiking, and then you are always with your children somewhere traveling and having good time. I think it makes this personal. It's your part of your personal brand, but it's also a part of your personality. And I believe that we are professionals 24 hours per day, and we are also human 20 hours per day. And this makes you all complete
Definitely
somehow.
important to mention that we are humans. Mm, People that know me know that I'm writing a book about soft skills, and I think many of us want to interact with other humans and not with robots. It's a bit the scary topic about AI and what will happen with 5, 10 years. We
Yeah,
don't know. We're not going to go there right now. But definitely, when you communicate with other person, it's fun to see personality. Like I know you and me connected because we learn more about each other. Not from the beginning, it took some time,
yeah,
but then we realized, okay, we actually
yeah,
understand about surfing. We like biking, we like outdoors, and this has kept the
yeah,
conversation and kept the friendship as well because we started in a business way, and then later on we became friends because we learned there's other topics we can communicate to each other, and it doesn't actually interfere to
yeah.
our business. We can still do business as well.
True, but this really, and I think what comes to your profile that you show your personality, but through these personal posts, you also, always talk about the topics which are really relevant for your target audience. So you make it personal, but through the personal approach, you help people, with some kind of information solution or yeah, you make it really relevant and professional way as well. So I have a how to say I had this idea when you invited me to have this you know topic together, to make it together. I had this idea that we will not play teacher and teacher and student thing, that we will just have this discussion over all the sections, and to make this discussion how to say fruitful, I want also to show one concept, that this is and that we can go through your profile thinking about our profile as a pine tree. Imagine that there is this top of the tree, which is like the very neat one, very high at the highest level, and this is our banner, our profile picture, our headline. This is what always people want to edit first. But I would invite us to go through the bottom section of the profile, which is like foundation, and strategically, when we want to build our profile strategically, addressing the needs and the interest of our target audience, I think it's wise to understand the concept of the profile. It really helps to explain, but it also helps to drive people, to drive those target audiences to your profile. And let's go to your profile and check it from the bottom, like make the foundation clear, and then move like branch to branch and go to the top. And when we go to the bottom, the one section which is really important, and actually, Evgeny, I will just switch to my profile just to show why it's the foundation, is this button, which is add profile section. This button is actually the most important thing when you want to create your profile like strategically and full with relevant information. Choose this button, and then you will see the core part here, the core part. And this is where we add skills, where we add the education services, all most relevant things when we go back to your profile. So let's start from the skills, which is like how old do you use LinkedIn? I think in the old times it was perceived as a CV platform, but now skills for me means like your muscles or your services
So
or
I'm
the
going to
needs,
interrupt you here, if
everything.
I
What?
may. Uh,
Yeah.
I treat LinkedIn as my resume. I don't have a resume. If somebody asks me for a resume, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to LinkedIn and generate a resume. So what I put
Yeah.
here is in many cases act as my resume. But honestly, I also don't put all the clients here because my clients are my clients. It doesn't mean I need to go and put all my clients here.
Yeah. But what I mean, the skills, this specific section is really helping us to build up the cloud of the keywords, which can help other people to drive to our profile. This is highly indexed for the search results. So when we add those keywords here, this is how we drive traffic to our profile. And this section is the foundation where we start to think about our muscles, our services, our strengths, the needs of our clients, the struggles, the concerns, the products, the services, solutions they're looking for. And this is the place where we can add all of it together. And now LinkedIn provided us like 100 of those spaces. You have only used 31, so you have this opportunity to add more.
Yeah, I guess the question is how many do you need to
Do you
need to have here?
Yeah, but I think it's maybe 20, maybe 30 is already fine. But is it possible that, for example, you are working globally, right? You're working
Yes.
your work language is English mainly, but there may be some other professionals who work for specific markets, and this is the place where they can also add those keywords in specific languages. For example, you work for, I don't know, Spanish speaking markets, so you can make this cloud full of keywords in several languages, so you fit those search results as well.
Interesting point. What do you think about the main five skills? Because I think there's a way to choose skills, but then you choose like the three, four main one. And then later on, there was a feature on LinkedIn, probably around a year ago, where for every job or every workplace, you can add the skills. Is this a good idea to do or not a good idea to do?
Yeah, we can go like another like next one is experience section where the skills should be added as well. But I think this part is foundation when you are starting to think about yourself strategically. It's not about fixing the specific section of the profile. It's more about you setting your mindset. So what are my strengths? What are my muscles? What is my service? How I want to position myself? How I want to drive leads to myself? This is understanding part of the whole your LinkedIn profile strategy. And then you can add those keywords, all the other sections as well. This is the widest, actually. This is 100 keywords at one space. This is
Yes.
the widest area where you can add them. And also this button, endorse. I think this is fun. That, for example, there are many professionals who work in teams, and this is the fun way how you can endorse each other. But this also gives some signal to LinkedIn algorithm that you are highly skilled, people recognize your skill, and this is also helping, your search results as well a little bit. I'm not saying that you're going to be number one, but still it gives some notification for the algorithm that people recognize you here.
Agree.
And also, for example, if we have this skill, we have this opportunity to mark where we use this muscle, where it's applied. So more, let's check how maybe, so here's an example. You have marked that information security has been applied in all those, project experiences and so on. This also gives information to the LinkedIn algorithm that you are not the newbie, you are already expert, and you have used this certain, muscle, strengths, service in several experiences, and this gives algorithm information that you can be shown as an expert, maybe on a higher rank than other people on the search results. So it's interesting. Do you how to say, pay attention to this skill section, like once a year, or once
Ideally,
per?
once a year, I need to go there. I think you and me, actually, this is the last time we played with this, probably a year ago. So maybe it's time to look on this again, and it
Yeah,
may change in the future as well. What's interesting that the skills I care about 10 years ago that I had removed a lot
yeah,
are like I had like a firewall 10 years ago, or like a protocol 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
yeah,
Right now, this become less a priority because I feel I moved up in a skill level. It's just a different view. And if 10, 15 years ago, I was very proud that I can go and configure and different things in the cybersecurity space. Right now, this is not what I'm doing. So I'm more proud that I understand the big picture and can help people architect and design and move them and paint kind of the picture where they need to be
yeah.
versus just going and doing the job.
Valuable what you said, that we should pay attention if our goals change, our projects change, our direction change. This is
We
also
develop,
valuable that
yeah,
we help
as a human being.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that we don't let those yesterday goals like come to our profile. We help those tomorrow goals come to our
yeah,
profile through
yes.
the, yeah, other keywords maybe. Let's go one branch on top, and the next section where we really pay attention for the, the keywords and description part is experience. This is the core as well of our profile. This is also highly indexed on the search results, and this also ability of what you have done, how you have helped, and it makes others much easier to understand what you can do together. Yeah, you have many interesting experiences. And would you, what is your point of how would you suggest to pay attention and giving this description part? Why do you think it's important, and how would you invite others to
So first of
think
all, for
about
the search, for the algorithm, it used the algorithm. Second, it will land a new profile. And the third one, the most important part, because I use this as a resume in a way, that this why I explaining what actually I'm doing. This why I'm putting this information here. And if you see under certain profiles where I work, I also put links that are important. If I'm going as a speaker, then I want people to see the speaking engagement I did or the writing work I did as well. So basically, people want to find about me before, they can go and find information about me before without asking me all these questions. So I think it's quite important.
true, you are, yeah, you are really thinking about how you can help those people, to get this value already by themselves, and yeah, taking care of their time. You are helping them to understand it much easier and much faster. And you mentioned about the skills as well, which we add to this section, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it's how I see LinkedIn. I am not an algorithm specialist, but how I see LinkedIn, that anything that platform gives us as a option, I think we should explore it. And adding keywords here or adding keywords in description is really relevant for us to be understood and also found. I think there is no black or white, but if
Yep.
you don't use it, you skip a chance.
Do you want to switch talk about recommendations?
Not yet, because
Okay.
it's not the core. It's not the core. It's additional. It's like a bonus. But let's go one more up, which is in terms of the core sections, which is really relevant, which gives clarity and which also gives opportunity to be found in terms of search, in terms of keywords. Is this very pale, not sexy section about, but it's very important. What's your
I need to update, by the way. I have a brand new one that I need to update. Yeah, but it
I
is
think
important.
everybody who looks at their profile, it's not going to be. It's something that's never finished. I think so,
Maybe.
because you change every day. You're a new person, and maybe you have new ideas and new
Yeah,
feelings.
I think you change every day as well. You probably write it and change it once a year, or maybe once in 2 years. This one been around for a couple of years, and I think it's okay.
Well, what do you think? What is the mission or the function or the purpose of the about section? Yeah, how do
About
you? How,
section is almost like a mini resume, but in my way, almost like a long bio, or could be a short bio, depending on what you want to put here. Mine is quite long here, but it can give you a brief description of who you are and
yeah,
what you do. Some people maybe can use it almost like a cover letter, but I think it's just a long bio. It's basically, in my way, it's a long bio and what you want people to know about you. Where for me it's strange, where I'm going to people profiles and there's nothing there. And I'm like, why? Did you pay attention? Did you spend time? Or you don't have anything to put here? And it's also a way to understand about what people want to see about you. So it's a so let's switch and talk about something that I think is very important. When I'm doing a call with
no,
someone,
no. Don't be shy. Don't be
no,
shy.
no, no,
But
no.
I
Yeah,
need to explain something as well.
I'll explain
Maybe
here as well. Just give me
about
a
the
second.
about section. I think,
Yeah, mhm. Yeah, you go
yeah,
first.
it's okay.
You go first.
Okay. Uh, I think about section is the one that allows our personality to come in. First of all, we can explain why we do what we do and why people should, join us and go together with us. What is our I see it more like it's your persona, which adds the professional side. So it's not only professional bio anymore here, but this is your personality can spark here and give some insights, plus your soul maybe. But it's not so lyrical. Some people really turn it to the lyrical description. Some people turn it to the really like structure the description of what they can help and what's the services and so on. And some people add also some paragraphs with those keywords as well. So one of the paragraphs here can be really just a list of the keywords which helps the search, the SEO. But about is really strong for the search as well. So this is why we can make like long list or short list the story, and we can also create one paragraph with just the keywords. It's also opportunity for us to create, for example, for last paragraph with our contacts and some call to action. Um, I'm curious, where is your book call to action hook for upcoming book? But
Book, yes.
yeah, there are many ways. What, yeah, the hook could be good. I'll just show one more thing about. We need to refresh it. LinkedIn shows us 3.5 lines at the first attempt. So we don't see more. We will see 3.5 lines is the maximum that it shows at the first. I think this is already opportunity for you to pack your idea, your persona, and the mission and the reason why people should join you in the first. This is like elevator pitch, but personal. It's not selling. It's
Yes.
inviting. So this is one thing. Three and a half lines is the maximum of the first paragraph, and also this new thing which I really love. This stops highlight 5 of your muscles, services, strengths, so people can really see it more instantly and more clear how you can be helpful for them, how you can go together. And if you wanted to move on, and the fourth section where we add keywords, which is really relevant for the search as well, is here, the headline. We already touched it. So yeah, this is the final where we really add those, the main, the key. There is no space for hundreds, so we have to be very strategic here about how we can be very close to our target audience. Yeah, you wanted to touch some specific sections like recommendations?
No, 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 before that, I want to talk about about part. When I'm going to research someone online on LinkedIn, I look on the about page as well. So
Yeah,
it's I want people to find who know who I am. If people don't have anything there, it actually may give me some ideas as a closed person that I want to share about what's happening with them, or the less open or more open. So it's just a way how you represent your persona online. And again, it's really up
yeah,
to you what do you want to show here. Some people just don't put anything. One recommendation, as if you're new, if you're a student, if you're just new to industry, whatever the industry you want to figure out how to attract people more, because some people may don't have everything here because they passed this part. They already known in the industry and they kind of okay without putting all this information because the industry already know who they are. And
yeah,
if you don't want to do a lot of public speaking and be an influencer, you can say this, and maybe don't want to do this. You don't need to do this. But if you're new to industry and if you want people to find, you, especially recruiters, you want to pay attention to all the sections, including the about section.
true. And there is one more section which is really good that it's available on your profile, which is services. This is a good addition from LinkedIn side to our personal profiles. It's almost like a company page but within the personal profile. And for example, when we want to, oh no, let's do like this. When we want to search some, I don't know, services, let's do it down, cyber security. We have option to search by companies, by people, but
Hmm?
we have also option to search by services. And this is for you opportunity to fit in 2 different search categories. And you can really improve this section on your profile. So sometimes people don't want the personal, how to say, the individual to come and be hired. Maybe they're looking for the external partner, like a service. So this is opportunity for you to be, found like a service provider, but not creating your own company page, just improving your personal profile.
Yep.
So, and there is an opportunity, Evgeny, that in the service section, you can add the recommendations from the clients, the product service description with all the fees and everything, and also some media. So it's quite an interesting section where you can
It is.
really
It
explore.
is.
I will just jump shortly on my profile. Recently updated something on my profile on the service section. You put some description, you have some keywords, some media with your clients, with the part like projects, specific project and specific picture with describing what you're doing there, how you can be, helpful. And what I really love is this review part, that you can also invite your clients to give review. I think it's relevant.
It is very
So
relevant, and
yeah,
it's also important that you leave reviews, recommendations to other people, because it's a
true.
combination of both. You give to people, and people going to give to you as well.
This is what you say. This is a proof. This is proof that
You
you do what you say. You've given your take on
yes,
this section. How do you feel about this section?
I think it's important. I try to give recommendations to other people and I ask for recommendations to people as well. And I actually ask for recommendations. It's not given. Don't think that people are just gonna go and give it to you. You need to make an
Yeah.
effort and go ask to them. Of course, you do not ask everyone. You don't. I don't expect you to have 55,000 recommendations, but have five, three, four, 10, 20. It makes sense. And nobody gonna read more than 20 or 40. But have a normal amount of them is good. And don't forget, you want to give a normal amount as well back. So if you have
True.
10, give 10 back as well and think what you can do and why you're doing this. And it have to be genuine. It shouldn't be some fancy words. You actually want to put details on what you can put details with privacy concern about what happened.
This is really nice, when you can see these really great words where people appreciate what you have done together and how it has really helped the business, and you have been a good partner to help to improve something what was relevant for the client. um, there is this new feature that you can pin your recommendations to your featured section. Look, I will show you just an example on my profile how it looks that you do it. Here, for example, recommendations. You see the featured, and I have pinned the recommendation by Haney um, from 2 years ago. Was really, um, really positive. So this is the way how you can pin those like recent recommendations. Maybe it's inspiring for other people to get to know better how you can help. But what about featured section? How would you describe what do you feel about it? Why do you use it?
Yeah, it's a good one. I like it. I was just looking on the other screen because I have a bigger screen there. So I just this screen is quite small on the teleprompter.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah. I was just looking on the other screen on the left because the screen is small.
Yeah, but why do you use this featured? What do you mean? How do you feel why it's important to have it?
Because if we post a lot and if we have different posts that we like more, and some posts has more interaction, or you want people to come back, or people want to see about more who you are, back about like who are you, this is where you put feature posts. So this could be a post about, in my case, it's a conference post. It's a post about my achievement for the last 5 years. If you scroll to the right, you probably will see some other posts here as well. So this post is more about my podcast journey for last year. So this is some of the posts I want to find easily as well in some cases to tell people, and some posts as well that are just kind of important to me.
True. Actually, did you
Yeah, this
did
was
you
a fun post from last year that
did you
generated
find
quite a
another
lot of
idea?
traffic. Huh?
Did you discover a new idea for the gift?
No, we couldn't discard any games. But this was a fun post. It was a bit of a joke because we were raising money for a new tool. And it was interesting to see almost like a social experiment who actually watched the video and who didn't watch the video. So this is a positive.
But you're not posting video very often now.
Yes and no. Lately, I post
Speaking.
less videos. I used to record. Sorry.
Yeah. No. I mean, you post a lot of live conversations. You post a lot of different content. Why do you think it's important to post content? Because here on your activity section, it's like full range of content we can go and explore. What do you
Yeah.
post? What do you comment? Why do you think it's important to be active on LinkedIn?
So first of all, you need to understand what do you like. I don't like to write a lot, so I don't have too many blogs. it's easier for me to record videos and tell what I'm thinking. Well, I do write a bit. So I think it's important to interact on everything. So one thing I always tell people, not just like what you read on all. So for example, if you read somebody else content or watch somebody else content, don't just say, okay, cool, like it if you actually liked it. And then the second part, why not to go and actually commenting and what do you think about it? Because I think it's important. So actually we have a question. Any suggestion when the service category does
Yeah.
not exist? Yeah, what do you think? What do you
If
do
we
with a
don't
service
provide
category? I
service,
think
we just
maybe we can open. No, but it doesn't exist in the
uh,
list of categories. You could probably open a case with LinkedIn, what I'm thinking right now, and ask them. But beside this, I don't have an idea. Or pick something similar to what you do and try to open a support case with LinkedIn. Maybe you're able to find it what it is.
was the question if it's available for all the
No, if it's not
it's
available, it doesn't exist. So the question is if we have as any suggestion when the service category does not exist. Look on the profile on the live chat in Restream.
when the
You see?
service cut. I will not be really understanding the question.
I'm guessing the service category is more about skills. I'm guessing, but if somebody asks the question, I don't see the name of the person. Can you maybe ask it again?
I think I think
Oh,
we add what
something
we
like
need.
vCISO service. So don't forget, if there's no virtual CISO, just put CISO. It's okay as well. And then under your profile, you can just write you're doing virtual CISO. But the services you provide are going to be CISO, cybersecurity consulting. So just write what you do, and LinkedIn eventually will pick up and have this option. Oh, again, feel free to open a case with support, but also just write, find something similar, like CISO, government, security, roadmap, and then write in description what you do.
Yeah, I think it's good explanation. LinkedIn doesn't have everything for everyone, like industries, for example. Do you wanna share your screen, Evgeny? Maybe we can go to your top profile part where we choose the industries. I think it's
One
also
second, let's try to do it.
uh,
Let's see how it's gonna work.
so we can just a couple of more.
Okay,
Um, yeah,
so
you're
let
good.
me know when you can see.
Yeah,
So we're
you
kind
are
of
on.
diving in right now to internal side of Evgeny. Uh, so let's.
Below the banner, you have
So
dispensal
here's
option.
services. He mentioned services. So here's the services, and if I click on
Okay.
services, um, and if I want to add a service, let's say CISO, it doesn't exist. So this is, I guess, so because it has cybersecurity, so it doesn't go very granular on this case. It has to have cybersecurity. So I suggest just write about it in the job, in the work profile. So where you go here under your experience, this is what you want to write here and say here. I'm wondering under skills if there's
You can make skills anything you want. It's not prescribed by LinkedIn. You can add your own skills, like make it up. You can add any name you wish.
so this, give me let so here you go. Under the skills, not services, you just add you can just do that. Okay. So under
Hmm.
skills you can do it, but looks like under the services, such thing doesn't exist here under the services. So maybe they will make it more granular in the future, but I think it's related to search algorithm. This why it's like that.
And also, Evgeny, there's opportunity, headline, about, experience, skills. So four sections where we can add this specific
Yes.
keyword, even if we don't have opportunity to add as services.
Servos,
But let's
what's
go
it?
to
Yeah.
check industry as well, Evgeny.
Where?
Industry can be found industry. Let's go and talk about the industries.
Where's the industry?
Below the banner, you have a pencil, just below the banner, the background banner. Yep, you have this. And then scroll a little bit lower and you will see the industry option.
Position, education, industry. Yeah, computer. Yeah.
So this is always tricky because many professionals, struggle to find the right one. This one is limited by LinkedIn. This is challenging for you to
Mm.
understand where your client is, where your client will look for you when they look for some industries and some services and some people. So you must identify where do you want to fit, in which industry you want to be found as
Yeah. I
well.
think I need to do some work. There's a button here. There's contact info. So there is some work, new stuff for me that I can add. I just want
Tell me about your active link, Evgeny. Below your name and surname, there is active link. Why do you think it's important to, activate such section?
this is the website you want people to go. So I have here Cyber Inspiration as one of the podcasts, and then the main podcast, Security Architecture. I don't currently
Yeah.
have a page for my consulting engagement, or just because it happened like that. But this is where I want people to go. And if people want to see, they will see basically a lot of the information here right away.
And tell me one more thing. What about this verification? What are your thoughts? Because
Uh,
it's good to be verified, but what do you say?
I don't want people to go and tell them what to do because it's a US-based entity called Clear. And
Yeah,
if you fly in US, you'll see them everywhere. Some people
yeah,
say that if you're verified, people know who you are. I personally like verified profile because I know you're not bots, but I
yeah.
cannot tell you that it's up to your privacy concern if you want to do this or don't want to do this. So this is really, really up to you. But if I talk to someone that is verified, I know at least they're a real user and not some kind of a bot. Okay.
And one more question. Do you use premium, like additional service by LinkedIn to use your analytics?
Not right now. I
To,
don't have premium. It's something I've been thinking for a long time to enable, but not yet, or maybe one day. Some people say that we have premium, we have LinkedIn boost your posts. I don't really know.
Mhm.
I looked on stuff, and now,
Okay. There are many thoughts on why
yes.
we could and should use some of the tools, but it was not our goal,
What do you think about premium? I'm wondering.
yes, I'm using. I can just share a screen to shortly show why and what it is. It gives me analytics first and foremost. I use it for analytics to see um, who has come to my profile and from what kind of companies, and are those my first uh, first degree connections, or these are new connections which I would like to decide to connect and start conversation with. This really helps to understand, yeah, what is coming to you from which industries, from some interesting views, anything we can discover. uh, Premium also gives us opportunity to um, write emails to people whom we don't know, but I don't use this opportunity. I really love to write personal messages, make people's connect with me, and then we can start discussion. I don't approach with a cold messaging, but yeah, I think the analytics is the most valuable
Do you
thing of the
see, or do you think LinkedIn pushes more engagement for the content when you use premium?
At this moment, I don't see such change. My content is not going anywhere, even if I would try. I think I think anything we do on the long term, shows some impact on the results we get. Like we post often, we take care of our profile, we engage with our community. Like every bits they make together, like this puzzle result. But I wouldn't say that I have noticed specifically using this one tool that something huge has changed. I use it for my functionality. I think it's strategic for professionals. When you are active outside, it's valuable that you are seeing who is coming to your profile, who discovered you, who are thinking about you, so you can start discussion. This is the
It's
place
good.
for conversation. So
I know we
yeah.
have only a few minutes left, so maybe if there's any more
We are
questions.
we are done, Evgeny. You have done a great job allowing everyone to see your profile on a public,
Yeah.
live video. I
But
appreciate it.
let's see, maybe people have anything to ask. I know we have a couple of questions. Is anything else? Anything else? Let's see.
This
If
is
not,
yeah. We will maybe receive something later, so we can engage. Please feel free to engage with Evgeny, to follow him, connect with him, and also with me. We would be happy to know you, to meet you, and support you on your way. This is, I think, reason why, Evgeny, you had this idea. You love supporting your community. I also do
like
the
to give
same.
back. People help me. If I can help people, I'll help people as well. When I came here and I came to Israel, a lot of people came help me. So if I can help somebody else, I'll definitely will do that.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I did also, but one second. There is an.
we have one
I also
comment. Yeah.
did not find that premium did anything to for an engagement content. I do agree that whole approach mentioned by Leo is about activities, correct? Okay, great. Yeah, so people are awesome. Thank you, you guys liked it. I hope you learned something new. You know,
Thank you, Evgeny, for your time and this opportunity to chat with you live and have your energy. And I'm looking forward to your book. I hope
very
you
soon, very soon.
you let us know on your profile and also on your posts. Keep us posted.
August 1st is the current date of publication. Let's hope we have no
It sounds
problem.
like another live.
Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Yeah, Eva,
Bye.
have an amazing Friday.
Bye.
I know it's already evening for you. Amazing weekend as well. Everybody
Yeah.
that joined today, thank you very much. If you need anything, you know how where to find us.